claim here. The practice of Sunya is to achieve a stage of peace and prosperity. Today, we shall reveal the secret to peace and happiness. The basic question is, why are we not happy? Why we cannot be at peace with ourselves and with others? We need to have 4 realizations why we are not in a happy stage. The first realization is that the world is not perfect. Of all the religions, none of them preach you that the world is perfect. If the world is perfect, then why should we go? Why should all the religions ask you to return to the mansion of our Lord, to go to the supreme abode? The answer is simple. This world is far from satisfactory, and it is not a perfect place. So this is the main cause of your suffering. Since the world is not perfect, then you have 2 problems. What you wish, you do not get. What you do not want is imposed on you. You feel sad, disappointed when you do not achieve what you want. You're in anger, frustration, and turn violent, because something you do not want is imposed on you. So to achieve peace of mind, you have to deal with the gain and loss in life. Unless you know how to deal with them, there's no real happiness in your life. Next realization is that whether you are happy, you are not happy, the sun continues to rise from the east and set on the west. The earth will rotate, continue to rotate 24 hours a day and circulate around the sun 365 days a year. Whether you are a good man or a bad person, a handsome boy or an ugly crook, the world and the universe had nothing to do with that and go on as it is. So the second realization is that your happiness is purely a mental state, and it has nothing to do with the sun and the moon, the heaven and the earth, and the government or which country you are in. Peace and happiness is purely a mental state. So do not point your finger to accuse others. If you can train your mind, then you can deal with the emotions and the depression experienced by you. The third realization is that since happiness is purely a mental state, by training your mind, you can achieve peace and happiness. Yes, this is the good news. The fourth realization is, since happiness can be achieved through mental states, there must be a way or ways to train your mind and result in peace and happiness. Let us summarize the 4 realizations. The first is that we realize the world is not perfect. Secondly, we realize peace and happiness is purely a mental state. Third, we realize peace and happiness can be achieved by training the mind. Fourth, there are ways that we can train our mind so that we can achieve peace and happiness. Some of you may find that the above 4 realizations sound familiar. Of course it is familiar to you, because this is a 4 normal truth taught by Buddha. In this 4 normal truth, they say that, first is the law of suffering. We suffer because the world is not perfect. Second is the law of cause of suffering. We are responsible for all our own suffering. Third is the law of nirvana. There is a perfect peaceful mental state when you detach yourself and your mind and clings to nothing. Nir means nothing. Vana means perfect. Nirvana means perfect nothingness. That's all. Nothing to do with any magical power or enlightenment. Fourth is the law of normal paths. There are ways you can train yourself to achieve nirvana. In Sunya, we seldom talk about nirvana. And its meaning is totally corrupted over the years by those gurus and Baba. Actually, there's no enlightenment. There's no achievement whatsoever. When you reach nirvana, how can it be empty when you have something to achieve? Otherwise, how do you call it a perfect nothingness when there is some state called enlightenment in it? Over the years, a lot of names and form are added into nirvana and destroy its meaning totally. When you go to their school, they talk about guaranteed enlightenment, union yourself with the God, open up all your chakra, etc. and etc. Everything is there except nothingness. It is not nirvana, but rupavana, perfect attachment to name and form. The very opposite of sunyata. Yet they call their teaching sunyata. They are the form and name worshipper, no different from the statue worshipper. They worship the form of God, yet God is formless. They worship the name of God instead of serving mankind to glorify Him. You will never achieve any real happiness under such a wrong practice. Let us leave them and focus on sunya. Now you understand, the world is not perfect. Your body is not perfect too. There are a lot of problems with our body. When there is a problem in the body, there is a problem in the mind, for sure, as mind and body cannot be separated. So the first level of sunya is to synchronize your mind and your body. Keep the body healthy, okay, and keep the mind in serenity. That is our first practice. That's why in genotherapy, we spend a lot of effort, to talk about how to keep the body healthy. Then in sunya, okay, we explain to you how to keep your mind, okay, serene. Once your mind and body are synchronized, you need to synchronize the mind body with the world or with the environment. Just like you cannot separate your mind and body. Similarly, you cannot separate your mind body with the environment. What is inside your mind will affect the environment. What is in the environment will affect your mind. When you harm your environment, cutting down all the trees and polluting the air, your food will be polluted, your living condition deteriorating, and eventually it will harm your mind body too. So, loving the environment is also loving of your mind and body. Harm your environment will harm your mind and body too. To synchronize your mind and body is the small sunya. To synchronize your mind, body, and the world is the greater sunya. Small does not mean it is inferior and not up to the mark. Sometimes small is beautiful. So you have to go through the small practice before you go into the great practice. The small practice is to train your mind to handle the gain and loss in life. The only way to avoid the gain and loss is to not to disturb your emotion, is to detach yourself from gain and loss, or manage the gain and loss in a correct way. Some meditation school know that attachment is a cause of suffering. Then they teach you to negate from everything and end up into nihilism. They said, wealth is evil, to make money is evil. They glorify poverty, ask you to negate all your urge, and throw away all your dreams for success. They preach that if everybody can be satisfied with poverty, then everybody will be happy. Is that so? No. Negation and poverty will make the world very ugly. There is malnutrition, dirty and polluted environment, violence and crime. The world become ugly due to poverty. This type of school, we call them the donkey school. Another motivation school does it the other way. They teach that you must win. Winning is the only thing in life. Winning is the only answer. They always shout, go, go, go. Go to wealth, go to money, go to glory in life. Will everybody become happy and the world become more peaceful then? No. There's no teaching of cause and effect in this school. Everything is result or effect oriented. Either you win it all or you lose it all. Then many become gamblers and gamble their chances in life. They become opportunists and try their luck in money games or Ponzi schemes. They want quick money and want it real fast. They want to get rich quickly. This kind of school, we call them the monkey school. So what is the right school then? It is the Sunya school. Today I just tell you the cause of unhappiness. Then the good news that you can train yourself to get rid of this unhappiness. So in the next video, we shall talk about the right training. See you then. Bye bye.